Have you ever watched a performer, whether it's a dancer, a musician, or even a really enthusiastic dog, and think, wow, they make that look so easy? Well, you know it's not a secret that it's not easy. Behind every effortless move is about 500 awkward attempts, a few bruises, and probably some snacks as emotional support. But honestly, life is not that different. We are all performers in some way. Whether it's learning a dance, cooking dinner without burning it again, or just trying to keep it together as an adult. We show up, we stumble, we get better. So, let's talk about it. Half the battle is just showing up. Some days I'm ready to dance. Other days I'm ready to take a nap, procrastinate. But here's the thing. Whether it's dance, work, or just surviving the day, progress happens when we keep showing up. Even when we don't feel like it. Even when we'd rather be binge watching Netflix. Even when our bones say nope. And let's be real. Showing up is not glamorous. Sometimes it's just me in my living room, looking like an uncoordinated noodle. But hey, that's part of the process. At first, every step feels awkward. You know, when you start a new hobby and you're like, wow, I am actually terrible at this. Yeah, that's normal. But the more you do it, the less your brain panics. Your body just starts to know what to do. Just like when you suddenly remember a password you haven't used in 5 years. It's like cooking. At first, you measure everything down to the grain of salt. But eventually, you start tossing ingredients in like a pro, pretending you have a cooking show. Same thing with dance, work, and honestly, life. Something magical happens when you have a deadline. Suddenly you care a lot more. You stop procrastinating. You practice harder. You somehow go from, I'll get to it, to I must become a master of this immediately. This is why we need deadlines. Otherwise, I would just keep saying, I'll practice tomorrow. And we all know tomorrow is a mythical land where productivity doesn't actually exist. The more you show up, the more familiar everything becomes. The dance stage doesn't feel intimidating anymore. Well, a little bit less. The kitchen, just another creative space, even if I still burn toast sometimes. Your job, a skill you've actually mastered. It's like when you first learn to drive, you're gripping the wheel like your life depends on it. And then one day, you're sipping coffee, switching lanes like a pro, and jamming to music like you own the road. And here is the best part. You change. The you from yesterday, the one who struggled, who doubted, who almost gave up, they are not you anymore. You're better. And sure, maybe you're still a work in progress. We all are. But you're proof that practice works, that showing up works, that no one starts as an expert. But if you keep going, you just might surprise yourself. So, what is your performance in life? What are you practicing, getting better at, showing up for? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you've ever felt stuck, just remember, every expert, every master, every performer was once a beginner who refused to quit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to practice this dance again. And I probably trip over my own feet. But I'm so inspired by those dogs in Muttcracker. See you in the next one.